welcome back to the channel. If you've been following this series, then you already know we're not just talking about improvement. We're talking about transformation. We're building a man who doesn't just look strong in public, but is solid in private. In episode 1, we talked about ownership. No one is coming. In episode 2, we talked about consistency. Small wins build your life. And now we step into the final piece. Because you can take ownership, you can build discipline. But if you don't have integrity, none of it lasts. This week's series is about becoming the man who leads even when no one is watching. And today's truth is simple. Who you are in private determines who you become in public. The danger of performing versus actually becoming. Most men don't struggle with effort. They struggle with authenticity. They perform. They show up strong when people are watching. They speak the right words. They look disciplined on the surface. But behind the scenes, it's different. Because performance is about appearance. Becoming is about identity. It's like an actor on a stage. He can play the role perfectly, say all the right lines, convince the audience he is something powerful. But when the curtain closes, he goes back to who he really is. That's how most men live. They build a version of themselves for others, but never develop the real thing. And the problem with that, performance doesn't hold under pressure. Eventually, the mask slips. And when it does, you're left with who you actually are. So the question isn't, how do you look? It's who are you? When no one is watching, discipline without an audience. This is where integrity is built, not in front of people, but in the quiet moments, when there's no recognition, no praise, no accountability except your own. Because it's easy to do the right thing when someone's watching. It's easy to show discipline when there's a reward attached. But real discipline? It shows up when there's nothing to gain. Imagine a man working out in a gym full of people, pushes harder, lifts heavier, moves with intensity. Now take that same man, put him in a room alone, no audience, no eyes, no validation. Does he still push or does he take shortcuts? So that's the difference. Integrity is what you do. When you could easily do less, no one would know. It's like a man sweeping a floor in the dark. Could leave corners untouched. Could do the bare minimum. But if he chooses to do it right anyway, it's not performance, that's character. Keeping promises to yourself, every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your foundation. Not immediately, but over time. Because trust isn't just something you give to others, it's something you build with yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up early and you don't. When you say, I'm going to stay consistent and you stop. When you say, I'm going to change and you don't follow through. You teach yourself something dangerous, that your word doesn't matter. And once that belief sets in, everything becomes harder. It's like building a bridge with weak materials. At first it looks fine. It might even hold for a while, but under pressure, it starts to crack. Now compare that to a man who keeps his word not perfectly, but consistently. Says it and he does it. And over time, something powerful happens. He starts believing himself. And when a man believes himself, he moves differently. Because now his word carries weight. The gap between who you say you are versus what you do, this is where most men live. In the gap between who they say they are and what they actually do. I'm disciplined, I'm focused, building something. But their actions don't match. And that gap creates friction, it creates frustration, it creates a quiet tension inside of you. Because deep down, you know the truth. It's like looking in a mirror that doesn't lie. You can say whatever you want, but the reflection shows reality. The longer you live in that gap, the more it eats at you. Here's the solution. Close the gap. Not by saying more, but by doing more. Because identity isn't declared, it's demonstrated. Building internal respect, real confidence. Real confidence doesn't come from what people say about you. It comes from what you know about yourself. It comes from the quiet moments. When you followed through. When you stayed disciplined. When you did the right thing, even when it was hard, even when no one was watching, that's where respect is built. Internal respect, and that kind of respect, you can't fake it. You can't talk your way into it. You can't perform your way into it. You earn it. It's like a man climbing a mountain alone. No crowd, no applause. No one at the top waiting to celebrate him. Just the climb. And when he reaches the top, he doesn't need validation, because he knows what it took to get there. That's confidence. It's not loud, not flashy, but unshakable. So if you want to become the man who leads, Start where no one is looking. The small decisions, the quiet discipline, the promises you keep to yourself, because that's where your identity is built, not in public, but in private. So the question is simple. Who are you when no one is watching? If this message hits you, don't just hear it. Apply it. Drop a comment. What's one promise to yourself you're going to start keeping? Like the video, so this reaches more men who need it. Share it with someone who needs to close the gap between who they say they are and what they do. And most importantly, subscribe, because this isn't just content. This is a standard, and we're building it together. This is the Ordinary Guy 2.0, responsibility before ego. See you next time.